We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode 2074, and today, well, all week, we're going to attempt to debunk or dispel the myths about real estate investment, and there's a bunch of them. I chose my favorite 5. Jill doesn't even know what they are, I don't think. But today, we're specifically talking about how buying and selling land is easy. It's a myth.
Cool. I have to admit, I'm looking down the list of the days that you have planned out, and I'm excited. I'm gonna prepare a little bit. Unlike today.
So this is Monday.
The next show is this
Today
week.
We're talking about...
I will actually come prepared.
Tomorrow we'll talk about improving real estate and how it's theoretically the best way to create equity. That's a myth. That's a total myth. You can do it by reducing your purchase price.
Well, wait. We don't want to give it away now.
Sure we do.
All right.
These are busy entrepreneur people.
Well, then they don't have to listen this week.
They don't have all this time to listen to these podcasts. Yeah. Every single time we do something where we get verbal feedback immediately, like a closed group or a roundtable discussion, people say, it's so strange to hear you guys talk at a normal 1.0 times
Speed.
1.0.
Well, those they're listening right now are not doing it at 1.0.
It's 1.5. Maybe 2.
It's 3.
The whole podcast is 3 minutes.
Yep.
This is how it should be.
Totally.
On Wednesday, myth. It takes a ton of money to invest in real estate. Nope. Thursday, it's a myth. Real estate investment is risky. I don't think so. And Friday, finally, my favorite. Real estate agents are smarter than you are.
I have a lot to say about this
I don't think so.
Yep.
Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum and take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Okay. Stephen wrote, what is title insurance?
It's Stefan.
Really? Oh, well, excuse me. Stephan. Stefan. Stephen, Stefan, tomato.
No, it's not Jill DeWitt with 2 T's.
All right. Well, let's talk about spelling, shall we?
All right, Stefan says.
What is title insurance really? Why do we need it? Is it required in all properties? Thank you, Stefan, because
I agree.
You are right. Title insurance is stupid. Go ahead.
That's the name of a show. I'm writing that down. Title insurance is stupid.
Stupid.
Title insurance.
It wasn't always a thing, and it doesn't always cover everything you want it to cover. Go ahead.
If you would like to have an interesting, if you're a lawyer, a new lawyer, and you would like to disperse or spread around your altruistic, I'm going to save the world through the legal system, I would like you to bring action against or put a simple insurance claim into a title company and see what happens.
Yeah, try it.
They call it insurance. I don't really believe it should be called that.
It's a title statement that you pay
transaction fee. Correct.
And you're not getting anything out of it.
Every property has what's called a chain of title, which is quite simply is the transference of legal title to as properties get sold throughout their history. Back in the day, in the 1800s, properties got homesteaded in this country usually for agricultural purposes. So the federal government gave people land, literally gave it to them, in exchange for the perpetual and infinite opportunity to tax it in the form of property taxes. It's actually a pretty good deal for the person who got it. Over time, Farmer Jones sells it to Jill. Jill sells it to me. I sell it to you. And that's a chain of title. All those transfers, those title transfers. Title insurance is supposed to insure against any incorrect or cloud, so they say, on title. Let's say I deeded the property to Jill. Jill half deeded it to one of our kids, so now they're both on the title. We didn't get title insurance. That's called a break in the chain, or a break in the chain of title. So the title insurance is supposed to insure against those types of things. And I think maybe back in the day when courthouses burned down and there weren't anything as anything like electronically stored files like we had now, there may have been something to that. Something to the title insurance.
Well-
Title insurance documents were kept off-site, out of the court building, so in case it did burn down, there was something to it. But it's really silly now.
Back in the day, Grandpa could have sold it. Grandpa could have deeded it to somebody else, and it was never recorded. Grandpa dies. Grandma thinks Grandpa still owns it. Now Grandma's doing da 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 da. That could happen. And
Right.
back in the day, that was a thing. So, are you done?
No, because if you read, and I'll end it on this because Jill's bored.
Oh, I have some things to say.
If you read your title insurance policy, what it says very clearly is the only thing this title insurance policy guarantees is what we found in this document.
Yep.
So the very nature of title insurance is supposed to protect you against the unknown.
Correct.
Like homeowners insurance.
Correct.
Or flood insurance. We don't know if there's going to be a flood. The insurance company's betting that there's not going to be, but if there is, I expect to get paid.
Exactly.
It says right in my policy, if it floods, you get money.
Yep.
Title insurance says if something bad happens in the chain of title that
We couldn't
comes up
find.
in the future that we didn't find at this point, you're not
sorry.
You're not covered.
Nope.
That's not insurance.
You know what else? It's not access insurance, what they all try to get involved in. It's not lien insurance, which again, the same thing is they'll come up, they will do a search and try to find those things. But again, if you read the policy carefully, like you said, it's like, ooh, gosh, have we missed it? So sorry. And I have had that happen. It was simply taxes too. You would think that a normal established title company would really thoroughly check not only the taxes for this year, but all the years leading up to it, right? No, I bought it with title insurance and we paid, everybody walked away. I went to sell the property. New title company said, you guys, you forgot the title insurance, you forgot the back taxes from 2 and 3 years ago. You owe those now. You got to pay those. And I'm like, hold on a moment. The first title company should have caught that. And they said, oops, sorry, we missed it. My bad. That was it. No help, no nothing. So it is. I feel bad.
We
it's
ate those fees.
I try not to be such a hardcore, whatever, but I have to say this is a scam.
All week, this week, we call them myths, but they're going to be Jack and Jill rants.
Yeah.
Title insurance is one of those things.
Yep. I have had issues. They missed it. It should have been covered, and they won't. And try fighting it.
Here's the
don't go
kicker.
there.
Here's the
You'll
kicker.
lose.
If you buy a house and get a mortgage, you are required by the lender, not the escrow agent or anybody else that's involved in the deal, are required to have title insurance. Why? Does it cover you on anything? No. It's become this habit, like many, many things in real estate, like real estate agents and how they are completely unnecessary and obsolete. Do the vast majority of transactions. Geez, I would bet, I'm guessing here, 99.9% of the deals are involve a real estate agent.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Exactly.
Today's topic.
Now
This
that
is just-
if we haven't scared you enough,
No,
don't worry about
if
it.
you-
I don't want to scare you. I want you to know that it's just, what it is? It's you got to play the game. You have to play the game, and that ties into today. Sorry.
Today is Monday, and we're talking about myth number 1: buying and selling land is easy. It's not.
Yep.
Investing in real estate can be crazy profitable, but it's not easy. And I think that I really believe that there are so many things in life that truly require some education. Starting with being a welder or being a brain surgeon or being an accountant or anything. There's training involved, formal training, 4 year in the form of a 4-year degree or even a PhD with hands-on training on top of the formal training. I don't know why, but for some reason, investing in real estate, nobody believes that there should be really any training. You buy the house and you rent it out. Mm-hmm. My dad did it. My grandfather did it. So I don't believe that.
But you think there should be formal training?
Yeah. Yeah, I think now you can get a master's degree in real estate investment. Back in my day, you could
But
not.
if it's my money, aren't I allowed to spend it on what I want, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know why regular people say, yes, sure, I'm an accountant, but I'm really a real estate investor. Well, who said that? Well, I did. I bought a house and I rented it out. Well, maybe you should take a couple classes or learn from some people that, like us, that have been doing it for 30 years, so we can show you exactly, save you some time and money.
That's where you're going. Okay, so I understand that. I don't think you need to run around with a card in your wallet that you slap out and say, I'm an investor. But you're nuts if you don't really put some time and thought and energy and get some education, follow somebody around, have a mentor, whatever makes sense to you, because it'll shave 5 to 10 years off the learning curve and probably a whole lot of money and mistakes.
Plus, if you're any good at it, whoever's teaching you or whoever you're exposed to, exposing yourself to, they're going to want to be your partner if you're any good at it. Partners are the way that you skip 82 steps in getting wealthy.
Yeah. Is the point today, Jack, that we all watch HGTV and say, I can do that? So
that, and I think...
That and YouTube, and I have a degree in YouTube.
We were rooted, we have been, everybody who's involved in real estate investment has been exposed to real estate agents. And the vast majority of real estate agents have no idea what they're doing. We'll talk about that on Friday. And so I think that carries over in all kinds of different ways. It's, I'm going to get rich doing, and it's easy. I don't have to know how to do anything. I have to get a listing.
Yeah.
List my sister's house, put it on the internet, and wait for somebody to send me a check.
Right. Well, that's Friday. Today, buying and selling land is easy. I want to say that there's a lot of moving parts. For me, that's what I think of when I think of this topic today. Listening to us, we're like, yeah, we bought this, sold for that. It's just land. We didn't do anything to it. We don't fix it up. All these things. You're like, well, shoot, I can do that. Especially if these two ding-dongs can do it, I can do that.
Understand.
I've listened to, 1,000 of their shows because we have 2,000 shows. You're like, all right, I got this. There are some things that you might be missing. So that I think for me was the goal today. I want you to know that it's not rocket science. You don't need a PhD / however. Hey, it takes you years to get through mistakes and years to get experience and years to get to where we are, unless you jump in and have someone like us that can show you the ropes. That's it. We do make it sound easy. I know that we do. And it's only because it took us years to get here. I mean, even myself, just with Jack, I'm going on 16 years of learning from him, basically. And then, now we have 10 years of Land Academy. So I even then, year 1 and year 2, I didn't even know if I could really properly share what we do. I'm sure you did too. I didn't have a teaching background, but I'm here to tell you year 10 of Land Academy in 2025. And man, the hundreds of people that we've watched get really wealthy. Apparently we do know how to do that. so we can get you there. It's not that you can't do it, but it's not going to be a overnight hit. There's a lot of moving parts, like you said.
I had somebody to come to me recently and said, if this person is very successful, and came to me and said, I just heard about this Land Academy thing because I never told them about it. He said, do you mind if my kids enroll? I think they would be good at this. And his kids are, I don't know if he listens to the show or not. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm not sure, but his kids they're not setting the world on fire professionally.
They're not entrepreneurs.
And so I don't,
spirit.
That's what I said. I mean, this is a full-time job.
Yeah.
You need to make it, you need to work in the beginning 40 to 60 hours a week to get to, to conquer the learning curve, to get the basic information about how to get the mail out, establish all kinds of stuff. And so you can actually win and make it worth your time.
True.
So I think that there are many people that go into real estate, especially real estate agents, that believe that they're going to work a couple hours a day and do 1 or 2 deals a month. And it just doesn't happen that way.
Right.
There's a direct correlation to the time that you put in and the money that you get out of it.
Yeah, it's interesting now that I think about it too. Back in the day, like when we first started, it was before Land Academy. But when we first started Land Academy, if you listen to some of our really early shows, it's really true when I talk about how I would fit this job in around everything else I was doing. And I couldn't truly go at this, and really make the money and because I had that other W-2 job for a while. It was funny. I really had 2 desks back to back, like I could swivel my chair around and work over here, and I could swivel my chair back and work over here. It was really interesting. But I did it. It takes that.
It is accomplishable, and it is incredibly profitable if you have the right mindset.
You have to like it.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get organized, organize your time and jam it into your existing life until all the stuff that you don't like about your existing life gets taken over by your land business.
Yeah.
So it's when I say it's not easy, I mean that, but it's very, very accomplishable. Yep. Especially if you've had success in other stuff.
True.
If you went to school and were very successful at it, great. You're probably going to be successful at this.
Yeah.
If you had a business and you sold it or you're done with it and were somehow successful in it, your percentages or the odds of you really succeeding at this, whether it's land investment or anything else, are really high. If you have another business right now and you're doing really well and you need to plow some money into stuff, you're going to do great at this.
Mm-hmm.
Join us tomorrow. It's Tuesday, where we're going to talk about the next myth. Improving real estate is the best way to create equity. Pure myth. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. We're Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.